man, let's get it popping. Once again, I did it too early. Trying to rush, trying to catch up with the time. Oh, Lord. What's up out there, Spreaker? The Spreaker family, man. It's so good to chill with y'all again. I want to thank all those people that be downloading. I don't even know what to say, but I am totally appreciative of the fact that we are bringing some type of value to your day. So right now what I'm doing, I'm sending out my text, Daily Toaster, Daily Toast Time. Join us on G&J Media .live or listen in on Spreaker. Listen in on let me change that. Listen in on our Spreaker podcast at, and those of you out there, you already got the bell, you got the signal letting you know that I'm up. So y'all get the show. Appreciate your patience. Man, I am truly blessed. Alright, gonna send it out to the Daily Toaster list. We're gonna build up the Daily Toaster list in 2020. Get it popping off. Let's get it. Okay. Alright, we got everything launched off. Now we got to make sure that everything is running. All set on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like, brother, how damn you're late. You're late, man. Hey, listen, we had conferences yesterday, and you know, I try to stick it out with the teachers and do what I can when I'm needed. So, you know, I'm like I said, the adventure is long, the adventure is hard, but the adventure in the end will be worth it. Got a little bit of news that I feel we need to discuss, because there's some stuff going on out here. Like I said, I'm trying to improve my timeline so I can get y'all some news on a more time basis. Before we get into all that, first let me see if I can get this on. Let's get this on first. 22% already. That's pretty good. Alright. Have it all the way charged up, but it's time for us to get to our adventure. But I want to welcome you to the home of the congregation of the mighty. Well, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am Brother Hot Tim. This is the Daily Toast. And I want to welcome you. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production. We strive to blow up your old paradigms. Make sure that we up and we're streaming. Okay, they got us live. And thank God I don't have to shut y'all off again on YouTube and Facebook and all the other streaming services, because I did it right this morning. It was on my mind because I didn't want to have to go back through the process once again. So let's go on and make sure that we're sharing on the stations that we need to share on. Okay. I need to use them channels for something, so we're going to get that up. Okay, let's make sure we're streaming on YouTube. While we up on YouTube, what's going on YouTube? Why you slowing? Why you slowing us down? But I think we should be straight, so let's go and get started. For those that's new, we start off with our water song. You know what I'm saying? Those that don't know, great Ujima to you as well, Miss Tiandra. I am going to answer your text I was running behind, so I decided to get up. But it's great to see you. How you doing with your Coochie Chocolate self, girl? One of those Coochie Chocolate babes. Let's give her a round of applause. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you out there as well. The family is coming in. So, family, for those that are new, we start with our water song, and it's more than just a song, right? It reminds us about the things we need to do in order for us to stay healthy. I talk about the 4 pillars in the song. 4 pillars: breathing, drinking water, eating a culturally appropriate diet, and last but not least, movement. Okay? So in there I mentioned all 4 pillars. Now I call them the 4 pillars because if we practice these pillars, we can keep the doctor up out our face. Alright? Proper breathing, getting the proper amounts of water, which is half your weight in ounces every day. Half your weight in ounces. So for those that don't understand, if you weigh 50 pounds, or better yet, if you weigh 100 pounds, you should drink 50 ounces of water. 50 ounces. So that you can help your body cleanse itself and get your body what it needs. Water is a key to life. Breathing consciously through the nose down to the belly, all right, helps you stay healthy. And eating a culturally appropriate diet. That means adding elements from your culture to the diet. One of the things that I do is coconut oil. I also use can't remember the orange oil. It's called oh my god. Hey Vicky, what's the orange oil called that you get? Palm oil, and a lot of vegetables, a lot of beans. Check out the African. I remember this palm oil. I also remember like a lot of beans. You know what I'm saying? But go and find the African Heritage Diet. Let me write that out there for y'all. African Heritage Diet. Check out the African Heritage Diet. Let's get to the toast. Last but not least, do some type of movement. We do all that stuff with the song, so let's get it. I'll demonstrate. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink. Or should we say, breathe, and drink. Take that deep breath with me, come on. And now grab your glass for that water. Get your picture of that water. Lift that picture of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body, drink some water. Loosen that spine, family. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors fast. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Deep, lift your and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Remember the 4 pillars? Breathe, drink, eat, move. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Alright, family. Okay, Brother Kwame says sometime I have to explain acorn to him. So I've been sending out a link because I use Acorn, and basically what Acorn is, it is an investment app that you can use to save money, and then have it working on some investments, or just have money around so in emergencies you can pull it up, which I often do. Could never invest because every month is some type of little, I gotta pull some money down. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I got a lot of money in there, but it is an app that I use on a regular basis. I get to see the money, pull it out, and invest it in different mutual funds and stuff like that. But when I need the money, I could go and take it out and use it. So, I mean, it's been a pretty good app for me. Now, the difference between that and another app I use, one is just for saving, and it takes out the change. Well, let me say this about the Acorn. You can have it also take out change. You know what I'm saying? So you can invest directly into it, or you can set up the app to where it will, when you purchase something for $5.97, the price is $5.97. You can have that 3 cent extracted and make it an even $6, and that 3 cent will be extracted and put into your investments. So you could do investing with, and that change builds up after a while. So after it builds up to $5, they'll extract the money and send it out. Beautiful. It works. It works good for me. So I'm going to say that. All right, we do have a little bit of news before we get to the toast. I'm down to my last little bit of ambrosia because I didn't go get my water. I can't start brewing right now. I still got to get my tea and all that, so I ain't going to be able to start this batch until this weekend. But some stuff we could discuss over the Toast and Talk this weekend, or even possibly if we have tribal quotes on Ujima, which will be tomorrow. We could talk about some of this stuff as well as some of the proverbs that was left. I didn't do the show last night because by the time we got here, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I just finished catching up on this series that I'm following. learning a lot about politics and the dirty bastards. You know what I'm saying? But the necessity of having politics, so before we really jump off, the Lost Neighborhood under New York Central Park, it was called Seneca Town. What is it? Was it Seneca Town? Let me see. Let me double check. Seneca Village. So for all those that are like, we never came together, we never built nothing. Family, all that shit is a lie, an illusion. I got on here another piece of hidden history. How many times has wealth and politics combined to strip us of our inheritance? Family, we have to be the generation that stops this, and the generation that collects the wealth that has been stripped from us over and over again. How many Seneca villages are we going to find scattered throughout this country before we realize that we are old, and only through a collective effort will we be restored? And the collective effort have to start with us and the politics, as well as doing some stuff in our communities, doing things in the community to start building up a consciousness of the fact that we are old, and also building up a little trade within our, you know what I'm saying? We got to do some business, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not one of those be like, sit back and let's just wait. No, we got to work it. When you at war, you fight a war on many fronts, right? There's many different parts. There's many moving parts to any type of war. And speaking of that, there was another article, a very interesting article that I ran across. But I'll get to that in a second. A new survey highlights wealth gap across the world. And the very first sentence in this article was like, yeah, I'm going to just read, because it is a very short article. It's from Yahoo Finance. I'll go back to the village piece real quick. I want y'all to know where that's at. That's on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, but it's called The Lost Neighborhood under New York Central Park. It's at www.vox.com, talking about Seneca Village. This one that I'm pulling from right now is a new survey highlights the wealth gap. All right. Oh, they gonna make me. I'm not watching no damn ad. Let me just read, because I want to read the beginning, because this is a key piece here. New surveys, because we talk about America, but then also I want to make sure that we understand that we can connect our struggle to a worldwide struggle. According to a new report from Oxfam, the world's 2,153 billionaires hold more wealth than the poor's 4.6 billion combined. Yahoo Finance Zach Guzman, Heidi Chung, and Payne Capital Management President Ryan Payne discusses on YFI PM. So, the information is there. You're going to check it out if you want. That could be a matter of discussion because, like I said, it's always good to be able to connect what you're going through to what's going on in the world. 2,153 billionaires own more money than the bottom 4.6 billion people. I want y'all to think about that, right? So the wealth inequality is not just affecting us here. It's affecting people and our people all over the world. Common. You know what I'm saying? What is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know what I'm saying? And then we can fight after we take care of the one enemy, right? Got to be prepared for that, right? That's part of politics and understanding stuff like that, right? I got my e-course, it's never went down, but I got it back up. We got 2 likes. I was listening to, they said it was Dr. Martin Luther King's last speech, last Sunday speech. And in there, he does the not only that, I like how he said that. Not only that, Dr. King was cold. Not only that, You know what I'm saying? The little rhythm he got with it is hot. You know what I'm saying? So go and check out that speech. We could discuss that speech. You know, maybe we could air a little bit of it, because in it, when he the not only that piece, for those that don't know, is where he talks about how in a sense America owes us a debt, and he shows how they at the same time they released us, or basically the emancipation came without any assistance, without any, they just released, you know, people, and he compared it to finding a man innocent after 25 years of keeping him in jail and not even giving him enough money for a bus ticket or a new suit of clothes or any know-how to deal with the world. He used that as a comparison for us, but then he talked about how at the same time they released us, how with the, I guess it's the Homestead Act, or it's some type of act where they were supporting new immigrants that came into the country with land, you know what I'm saying, and training to help them. Not only that, you know, go ahead, Dr. King. What's that?
I took it from him. He took it back and put it in his bag and he's taking it to school. You see how it's safe?
Oh, Cleveland, my God.
He can't have four. No.
Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. All right, so family, I also want to announce that the Tawi Family Village on February 8th, 2020, because some of them are still in 2019. Sometime I find myself in 2019. We got a 10 a.m. Well, actually, let's start up on February 7th at 6 p.m. at APDS, Afrocentric Personal Development Shop. I think it's 1409 East Livingston Avenue. Remember that because that's like one of the younger part of my manhood development places of refuge. 10 a.m. meet and greet. No, my fault. It's a 6 p.m. study group where Brother Benachi will be coming into town and having discussions around African-centered education. I tried to boost the flyer, but it was snatched down. I guess it was too aggressive. Brother talking about breaking down racism. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the nigger factories and stuff like that, and why African-centered education is necessary. He'll be at the study group, and of course, his book will be the centerpiece of the discussion. Brother is also a reader of the Mechu Necha, right? So he's going to be able to discuss all these things and promote a healthy conversation. Then on February 8th at the Millennium Community School, limited seating. Trying to let y'all know, so y'all need to get y'all tickets. So we're going to make tickets available. I got to figure out how we're going to do it and make tickets available. And I would suggest that you get your tickets in advance. And I'm thinking about possibly getting Gye-Nyame to buy a couple of tickets and raffle them off. So if you are on the black signal, there's a good chance that you will be able to be to win one or two tickets. So I still got to talk to the family about that. You know, I probably got enough votes to get that passed through. But you know, we purchase them and raffle them off on the black signal. All right. We got on February 8th, we got a 10 a.m. meet and greet with Brother Benachi, and then 12 noon we got a free catered lunch, and from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. a workshop and lecture breaking down racism, the niggerization of African Americans, and how and why it's done. So it might get down to the roots of the discussion we was having on our Umoja Toast and Talk. You know what I'm saying? A big discussion around culture, you know, because for me, culture is a major piece of that, right? And we could further have that discussion too over the weekend, and maybe we might be able to get Brother Benachi to come on to the show, and we can have a discussion with him. The price is limited seating. Lunch included is a $10 fee. Okay? $10. Millennial Community School, 3500 Refugee Road, Columbus, Ohio. It's going down. All right. All right. We want to thank Sister CeeLo. She posted something up, and that's when I took the breath on. I took the breath on because I was going to go by it. It's just a picture of Jesus and a young black girl is asking her a question. I won't ruin it for you. I want you to go and read it for yourself. All right? But I think the ancestors want to read because it popped up. Let's see. All right. I ain't going to read it for you. You got to go to Gye-Nyame Journey and check it out. That's Sister CeeLo posted it up. But Bloomberg, for those that don't remember, he's running for president, the billionaire. Bloomberg proposes a multi-billion-dollar initiative to provide economic justice for black Americans in a Tulsa speech. Now, first off, don't get caught up in the symbols. Second off, don't sell yourself cheaply. Okay? I write on the post. And also I'm looking for some comments. Symbols to make you feel good. And an insulting amount offered by this dude. Bloomberg is trying to punk black America with a bait and switch hustle that hopefully y'all won't fall for. So in there, I mean, like I said, because we could take some time on our show, read through it, because they do the bait and switch. So they start off talking about black problems in the black church in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because it's a sensitive spot, because right in the church that he was speaking in is right at the center of Tulsa, Oklahoma. For those that know about the Black Wall Street attack, Black Wall Street massacre, where they came in out of anger and just basically destroyed a whole black town. We just talked about that, didn't we, with Seneca Village? There's a strange pattern going on here. But anyway, in the speech, my man offered something like $90 billion. Hold on. I think my fault. Fuckery alert. Get all of the women and children in the house. Fuckery is afoot. These people. Family, listen. A lot of people will jump up for joy and be like, $90 billion. See, it's not only good to know how to say yes. Sometimes, I ain't going to say sometimes, no is a powerful weapon. Because when somebody is coming at you and want to pay less than what? Kwame, out of let's say, let's lowball it. Let's say 5 trillion. What percent of 5 trillion is 90 billion? Family, you do not trade away your family's gold mine for a few nuggets of gold. This is basically what they want to do. They want to give you a few nuggets of gold for a gold mine. And you got some people out there like, well, hey man, at least they're going to give us something. Listen, a piece of your inheritance, right? A piece of something that belongs to you, given to you by somebody else, is not a good deal. It's not a good deal. Give, pay what you owe. Fuck the lowballing. They lowballing us. You know what I'm saying? And we supposed to jump at it and be like, oh. But that's a sucker move. Because they will give you that little bit. Because I want you to think about this. Bloomberg is worth about $50 billion, family. He, by himself, He's one of those 2,135 billionaires that we just read about before, right? He's worth 50 billion himself. He's offering 90 billion. $90 billion to the United States, what? Oh, how much is the defense budget? I'm just wondering. You know, I mean, like, how long would $90 billion allow the United States military to move? Now, if they're talking about $90 billion a year, you know what I'm saying, for 50, 60 years, that'd be it. So, you know, we can do the math. We got a mathematician out there. You understand what I'm saying, family? So y'all need to get to some of your family members that's reading about this, and y'all need to have these discussions, because now, as we move towards the election, I feel that more discussion about reparations is going to come. Now, also, this is the trick. They'll put reparations, right? But then you'll start off in a black church, in a black city that was bombed, and use all the symbolism and say start off with black. But as you move down in the discussion, check it out. If you think I'm lying, check it out. Go to the discussion. I ain't even got to read it, and it'll start off with all this black symbolism. But by the time they get done talking, it'll be words like underprivileged, urban, people of color. So it'll start off strong black, but by the end of it, you'll see that all of the stuff that they are promising is for everybody. We have a specific claim that requires a specific fix. We have a specific issue that requires a specific fix, and we cannot allow that to be overshadowed by symbolism. I love symbolism. I love myths. Y'all know I love symbolism. But, you know, I can't take care of my children's future on symbolism alone. Need resources, right? We need real shit. We don't need promises that will be, once again, extended to everybody once the hype has passed. And we know how quick the hype can pass. So now, without any further ado, let's get to our libations, because I've been holding y'all up for about how many minutes now? We at 32 minutes, so let's go on and get to our libations. First off, I only got a little bit, so I'm gonna have to go on and do something soon. I'm down on my ambrosia, family. This is that pineapple. I don't know if I'm gonna do another thing of pineapple. It depends on if the elder order it, I'll make some more. But I'm not, because the pineapple. See, because one of the things that you got to understand when you're doing fermenting, what happens is that the sugar is the main food source. So the bacteria and yeast gets in and start eating that sugar, right? And when you start off with, like, you already got the honey, they grub it. When you throw the fruit in there, they break that shit down quick. So this goes through changes quick. Not that I don't necessarily like it, but I understand what's going on. So it's like, so then you start getting different elements of it. So right now we at a whole different level of sweetness with this, or the sweetness is gone from this. And we're going to go on and, this has been about, it's a little bit, around a month or so. So let's see. All right. We're gonna drink it. We raise up our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator, and we toast that Creator, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of our ancestors. I will be reading rapidly as usual because we're running late, and I have to get ready, and plus I'm gonna be at the school late again. So we start off with Miles Brown, Zan Robert, Texas, Sandy Davis, Herman Brown, St. Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Margaret Ellis,
Sit down. I don't have time.
Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman Nail, No More X, Pet Mount, Ron Malik Ford, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Cecil Weston, Elder Adenine, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Dick L. Pullen, Alexa Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Ree Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Ree Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sherry Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sale Weller, Vita Farmer, Ango So Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ollie Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Johns Watson, Spell, Slemmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thorne, Richard Thorne, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thorne, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Keller, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Fina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy M. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Diddy Mon Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Oh, we got a new name. Hold on. Let me see where that's at. I will get that. Okay, cool. I'll add that to the black book. Good morning, Elder Margarita. I put her on there. I will mention her on a daily basis. Family, for those that's out there that want to add ancestors to the list, by all means, please do. Let's build up our ancestral army. So that, because they're out there, they're working for us, so we need to be working for them as well. So I finished that side. Let's go to William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonia Johnson, Denise Wallace, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scannerberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire. All right, Brother Kwame, hold down the flirting on while we toast the ancestors, brother. Just joking. Wilbur Longmire, Either Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosey, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles Ada, Pearl Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brownlee, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Herbert, Irene Johnson, Francis Bruce Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie here, Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Hatch Senior, Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnston, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Keith Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Jodine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easy, Rashawn Easy, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Chekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lil Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Coper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. And on to the Black Book. We got Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Nance Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Sermon Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sally Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Claire Slucker, Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gans, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Lisa Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem, and Como. Greetings to you, Miss Tishana. Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla, Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilar Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods. Girl, that is not breakfast. Go and put it up. That's not breakfast. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, Jane and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coffer, Ozell Leathers Jr., and Geneva Jackson. We raise up our glass to all of our ancestors that combine us and that make us strong. We remember them because they remembered us in advance. They made space for us. They made time for us. So we raise our glass and we salute them. And we want them to know that we will not allow your legacy just to be, well, I smell slight hints of pineapple. And I'm understanding why they call it pineapple. Because it does, after ferment, has elements of an apple smell in it. But anyway, we want to let them know that we will not sell their legacy short. We will not let them down. What they did for us, we will do 10 times, 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times more for our future generations. They laid the path. We're going to expand upon it and build our monuments to greatness, right? So we raise up our glass and we say, Ashe, on all friends in life, and they're going to be with us in all of them. They're going to bless us on every step of the way. From there, family, move to the present moment. So I want to send a shout out to all the Ujima babies out there. Shouts out to all the Ujima babies. For those that don't know, family, get with Gye-Nyame Journey and learn about your days, because each one of these days help us define a little bit more clearly who we are. Most of us, I ain't gonna say we have certain principles that work in our lives a little bit more effectively than other principles. Although all the principles are working, there's a lens through which we can focus our efforts. And when we get an understanding of that principle, it makes it easier for us to embrace the other principles and work with the principles. So today, those children, those babies, those adults that was born on this day, we salute you, because this is a very important principle within our pantheon of principles, lack of a better term. So Ujima, family, I'm asking you to activate your reticular formation. Salute the principle of Ujima by taking the time, spending the currency of intentional finance. Excuse me. You're about to sit down. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Let me say it again. Go put those up. Oh, you rolling them up again like that's going to fool me. Get your little self up and put that bag up. Back to the moment. Good grief. Ujima, for those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. The modic principle of the day is righteousness. Respect is the principle that we teach the young people in the M7. The color is blue. As you can see, I'm going to get a different blue soon. Vibration is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. We raise our glass and we salute this moment, because in the moment is the power, family. We only operate in the moment. We can't change things from the past. We can't change things from the future. We always wake up in the moment. And I'm saying, make the moment powerful. Make the moment count. What are you doing with the moments that were, in a sense, gifted to you by your ancestors, by your ancestors' struggle? Are you wasting them? Take some time and take an inventory of the moments in your life. Are you using them to build a better future for yourself and the future generations? Because this is all we got. We got the moment. We raise our glass and we salute this moment and we say Ashe.
Who is it?
We raise our glass to the moment, we say Ashe. From there, family, move to the future. We raise our glass to the future generations. We toast them. Even though sometimes they trying to eat stuff for breakfast that they shouldn't. Even though they might be struggling with subjects. Even though they might be trying to sneak electronic devices out the house. We still raise our glass to them. We salute them. We love them. We provide them with space and time like our ancestors provided us. But we're going to add something to that. We're going to add resources. Because like we building our monuments to greatness, we want our children's monuments to surpass ours. So we raise our glass to those future generations. And we pray that in some instances we'll be able to be around to see some of their things. But we know they're going to do great things. So here's to the future. Raise our glass and we say, to our future generations, our children, our children's children, on to infinity. And we say, Ashe, thank you. And from there, we raise it up. From there, family, we move on. And we move on to all the way into infinity. We toast it again because Gina wanted to toast it twice. You ain't gonna be a children's all the time. One day you're going to be in this seat, maybe. All right, we raise up our glass. From there, we move to all of our relations. We toast and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we raise our glass to that self. This for you. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards your greatness? Raise it, and we ask that question. And we say Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, we toast the most magnificent, the most spectacular, the most beautiful, uplifting, outstanding individual in the room. Family, I want to raise my glass up to each and every last one of you. I toast you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And unfortunately, I can't rapitates with you no more right now because I got to go get these girls' clothes ready because they up a little bit early. And I'm running a little bit late. Oh, God, it's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. The adventure begins. And I hope that your day will be as beautiful as you are. And may you spread the radiance of your beauty upon all those that come that are blessed enough to be in your presence. We raise up our glass and we're going to take a sip because I smell those subtle hints. Maybe I might need to make some more of this. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't like it.
It matured nice. All of the sugar is gone. Let's say most of it. Most of it is right now is on the point of heading towards vinegar, which is good. But it's not quite all the way there, so. Them corks really make a difference. I gotta buy some corks. Buy some more corks. All right, family. This is Brother Hatem. I see y'all in the morning. Maybe a little bit earlier because I got some stuff. So I'm gonna do the bigger reveal because I had to give away some gifts. But we now had the Gye-Nyame socks in the merch. I got the Gye-Nyame socks. I'm gonna try them on today. Right, see if I can wear them with what I got on, what I'm gonna put on with my uniform, because I try to wear as close of a uniform as the kids do at the school. Because I feel if we're gonna tell them they need to wear uniforms, I honestly believe that if it's good for them, it's good for us. You understand what I'm saying? So if they wear uniforms, I try to wear as close to the uniform as possible. So that's why a lot of times y'all see me with the blue shirt, blue pants. Not because, I am cheap, but, I'm also trying to set the example. If I want young people to do something, I try to do it myself. Like at the, my brother called me on Imani and was laughing at me. And he said, how is it that you did not learn how to dance or wasn't able to dance until 50? Because I still, my rhythm is still off, right? But, he, because he started laughing because I've been around him for years. And every time I tried, I couldn't really get it. But, now that I'm a little bit older, I could do it. I'm a little bit more relaxed. I'm not concerned about, I'm too old to be really concerned about who watching. So I'm able to just like dance like nobody's watching. So I'm able to get out there and really try it, right? And one of the reasons that we are promoting the African dance within Gye-Nyame, within our warrior training, is one, first off, it teaches you how to use your body, right? Because we talk about, and then also it fits with that 4 pillars of health. Because you got a lot of fitness programs, right? And one of the issues with a lot of the fitness programs, and family, please don't get upset with me. A lot of fitness programs that we have do not prepare you for life. What do you mean, Brother Hatem? Just lifting weights, although it builds up muscle, when it comes to really being useful, that type of strength is not the best, right? So there's a natural fitness that people should strive for. Being able, doing basic stuff like being able to climb. Can you climb to save your and other people's life? You know what I'm saying? Do you have the nimbleness for that? You know what I'm saying? Can you carry your weight or maybe twice your weight if you need to. And this type of stuff you can't really maximize in the gym. Can you build a shelter? You know what I'm saying? By moving large stones, and can you keep your balance to get over a river? You know what I'm saying? Can you run and evade? You know what I'm saying? Can you jump over an obstacle or crawl up under an obstacle? You know what I'm saying? Can you twist your body to fit through different things? And that's a different type of physical fitness than what these gyms are selling us. You know what I'm saying? So what we're trying to introduce our young people to is a natural forms of fitness, right? So this is why we talk about a Gye-Nyame man or Gye-Nyame woman is a running individual. They're an individual that can run, not just run from something, but they can run to something. They are able to make themselves truly youthful. You know, not just because the big muscles, because a lot of times if you ever really check out UFC, how many of the champions are built? Matter of fact, those boxers, those kickbox. Look at a lot of them. How many of them are really massive from this? No, they made their body youthful in what they do. So they practice and they strengthen themselves in what they do. You know what I'm saying? They get on the mat and they roll. You know what I'm saying? They practice the sparring. They practice hitting and moving objects. If you look at some of their practices, they throwing stuff, right? Trying to keep the nimbleness because they never know what situation a fight will bring out. You might have to jump. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might have to jump and do something unexpected, and your body has to be nimble enough to do that. So I'm gonna get up off of here. Hermano Kwame, por favor, Almami. Did I say it right?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess Sasha speaks Spanish now. But family, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. But anyway.
It's amigo.
I also have, it's not amigo. She didn't say amigo. She said hermano. Hermano. So mind your business. Hermana. Alright. So, I got the Daily Toaster long sleeve. I'll be busting this out on Kuumba. I needed a new orange shirt. Now I need a new blue shirt. And I'm going to need a purple one, but I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. So, in this package right now, I got this right here. And I got the socks. I'm going to see if the socks. I got extra large. But they look awful big. I will be releasing a video showing the other merch that I got. Because I had two members in Gye-Nyame who actually I had more that I wanted to give some stuff to. So actually they saw it and they claimed it. So it was their birthday. One's birthday was yesterday. And, you know, he saw what he wanted and he was like, he hit me with the birthday look like. Said happy birthday, and then another one's birthday just passed, and she was like, "We were supposed to get this." Gave me the birthday look, and it's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. All right, family, I'm out. Peace.
No, peace. Peace.
It was Brother Deshaun.